It's your main man, Spi-Rok, aka Rick Chan. More fun flavor for you will stand, aka Spill the Thriller may not have heard, but tonight you gon' feel 'em. Back on the case with no time to waste. Meanwhile, I'm fucking trying. Tell your cousin, tell your moms. Run and record yours. Bringing a fucking flavor to you and yours. Let's see here. FYP, TYP, coast to coast, galaxy to galaxy. This is no fallacy. And we back on this thing to play the goddamn game. Spider-Man. It's a dope shot right there. What is going on in these streets? I just had to eat twice because I don't know. I've been training hard these past few weeks and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's been a little rough. Let's go try to find this landmark. I'm gonna try to get to this landmark before they shut it down. He's not coming. It's two of them. 3 of them, 4 of them. So today, went to go see that.
What's our status in Nolita?
What the hell is this?
On alert for priority target. What's up, dude? Over here, taxi!
It's the Avengers Mansion, I think. Said nah, I don't know. Back up.
Cool window, but I always get the feeling something
it's
strange is
Dr.
going
Strange's
on in that place.
Okay, so yeah, went to go see that Godzilla -1. As y'all know, if y'all know me, I'm a big Godzilla fan. That's my shit. So of course I'm excited about all the Godzilla news. Not only the new movie that just came out, but also the Godzilla vs. Kong Part 2 is coming as well, so I'm excited about that. So all this Godzilla news is getting me hyped, of course. So where do I start, man? I've been liking Godzilla since I was little. Shit, my dad used to always put on Son of Godzilla when I was younger, so he would put that on. I would sit down and watch it all the time. And then also the babysitter had the original Godzilla vs. King Kong on VHS, so
Try and guess how I feel about
I was watching that all the time. I got the snacks. Had the freaking action figures. Had the remote control Godzilla from Radio Shack. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people my age had. So I just Godzilla was early, you know, because I was in the dinosaurs at the time too. Like, man, it's a dinosaur that fight other monsters, but he can shoot beams from his mouth. Like, shit, how do I not like that as a kid? Oh, he's big black guy. Alright, I had to get out of here and throw some more stuff down. So ever since then, I've been in Godzilla. That's my dude, man. Watching all the movies, like I said, watching all the movies with my dad and stuff. And then, of course, when the resurgence happened, like in '98.
It's not fun getting beat up.
That
We'll sit with that
came
for a
back
while.
off, so then, you know, start watching the movies again. I remember like there was a resurgence even with the toys back then in the 90s. So you know, got the action figures and stuff. Getting the hype. Had the Ghidorah and what's my man's name, and Godzilla and all them jokers. So yeah, I always been a Godzilla. That's my shit. Like the soundtrack, all of that. So anyway, if you don't know about Godzilla, this giant fucking dinosaur from Japan that can shoot a damn Kamehameha out of his goddamn mouth, basically. Which in that movie, it seemed like there was a few Dragon Ball references in there. I don't know if it was intentional or just, but it seemed that way. But we're gonna get to that in a second. So, I'm gonna snap this little pic for the gram for Spider-Man real quick.
Need immediate response at Union Square.
Alright, let's see how they do this. Camera. I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be.
Empire State University, the old alma mater, and holder of my student loans.
ESU. Alright, where's this crime happening? Put the camera away. So yeah, basically, you know, if you know anything about Godzilla, he is, I don't know what to say, because it's like, it's too on the nose for me to say. Like, basically he's an allegory for, you know, and this has been said many times, for the nuclear attacks that were done, I mean, the atom bombs that were dropped in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So right in the 50s, like kind of right after that happened, which was kind of a bold thing to do, they decided to make
Still need to rescue
the
the
first
trapped
Godzilla movie,
civilians.
which came out in 1954, I think it was. And just so soon after, it was crazy, but that was revolutionary. I don't think anything had happened like that at that time, so yeah. And even like having seen the original, that shit is pretty intense, like even for a movie from the 50s. So
I've got you.
and kind of scary low key, like even the black and white joint, like I can't even front.
Carl crushed that pedestrian if I don't
you
do
should
something.
definitely check that out. Yeah, it's an allegory for that, but also just kind of interesting how he is a force of nature, but at the same time the product of the hubris of man, which is very interesting how that worked out, you know. So it's like kind of this dual
That
thing,
debris is trapping someone inside that car.
and it just shows what happens
people
when
are
you
saying
try to
I should clear out so the
once
professionals
again
can get in.
play God, and once again weaponize nature, which is too much power for any man to wield. So it's like kind of like a cautionary tale slash thing, and then over time, right, Godzilla becomes so many different things. Like sometimes he's like, if you want to put it in wrestler terms, sometimes he's a heel, sometimes he's a face, you know. Sometimes he's just trying to chill and people run up on him.
Nice composition, if I do say so myself.
You know, people run down on him. He ain't trying to do nothing. Sometimes folks just wake his ass up. He don't even be fucking with nobody, and they wake him up. And then he like, hey, y'all done woke me up on my sleep. Now I'm finna whoop some ass. This is how I go. Like one of my favorites was what was it? It was versus Malter, man. This dude was just chilling in the sand. Like he wasn't even doing nothing. He was stuck in the sand. Then they kept fucking with him. Like what the hell you think he gonna do? He's sleeping and then y'all gonna wake him up. He gonna bust your ass.
Mashed up piece.
You're like, oh, he bad. Like, no, y'all fucking with him. So anyway, that's me kind of going on a rant about Godzilla. Like I said, sometimes he's a bad guy, whatever you want to call somebody, he's a good guy. But the fact of the matter is, he represents just a force of nature, right? like it could be analogous to a natural disaster or whatever. And this has been said many times, so I ain't saying nothing original that hasn't been said about Godzilla already. So don't sit here and just act like I'm saying some profile shit, because I'm not. And I'm not saying she would say that I would. I just don't want to even entertain the thought. But it's just like, no, I ain't saying nothing new that nobody said about that. But definitely a force of nature. So it's just like, yeah, you want to say he's bad, but it's like, is he really bad? Is it really good? You know? But one thing I know about Godzilla, he's a fucking shit to me. That's like one of my favorite. I think that is my favorite monster. Why? Because that motherfucker be reminding me of myself, man. He literally minding his own damn business, and then it take a whole damn army to come fuck with him, and he don't even be, you know what I'm saying? And then when you fuck around and you knock over a building because you just walking around, when you was around as a dinosaur, it wasn't no fucking building, so you just like, what is this shit in the way? You don't know what's going on.
Drugs are maybe my most disliked criminal activity. Definitely top 5. Or bottom 5. However that works.
But yeah, anyway, like I said, you reminded me of myself. It's always like taking 10 or 15 people to team up against you for what reason? Because they can't never stand against you on their own. And the same thing when a monster show up. They show up, it's like 3-4 monsters trying to beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? And he rarely be having help. Sometimes he do, when it's in the interest of one of them other fucking monsters and shit. But a lot of times he don't.
All units, report of a break-in. Any officers near Madison, proceed to the crime scene.
Perfect.
But that's why they be trying to get on him, because they know he the shit and he ain't going down. It's like, it don't matter what you do to him, he gonna show back up. And they be on my boy, man. He be having a hard time. That's why I always fuck with Godzilla. And then also, it's just something visceral about
Those guys are already breaking.
his roar. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you hear it, it's, I don't know, it's like, it's kind of therapeutic in a sense to hear this roar, because it's like, I don't know, I think it encapsulates a lot of anger that a lot of people could have. You know what I'm saying? I would always almost equate it to, you know, like you know, you watch a Bruce Lee movie, Bruce Lee yelling, the way he hits the person who's fighting or whatever, right? I would make it like that, or almost like how people like to see Wu-Tang perform, you know. Because when you hear them spit their bars, just the intensity, you know, it's therapeutic. So I think there's something to be said about, you know, that roar. And they said that was made by rubbing a rubber glove against a cello, I think, or a bass. And that's how they created, I think they said they played it backwards, and that's how they created the roar for Godzilla, which is, you know, still the same to this day. And I find it weird that in this movie they were using Godzilla instead of Gogeta, which was his original name. And it was said that they came up with the name because they were saying it was a cross between a whale and a gorilla. Like, it could live in the water, but it was as powerful as a gorilla or some shit like that. So, yeah. So they mashed those things together, and that's how you got Gogeta, because you got gorilla, and I think it's Kujira. I think that's whale. I think it's Kujira. So the first part of gorilla, and then the second part of whale. So Gogeta. So I'm trying to figure out why in the fuck they was calling him Godzilla and that shit. Like, that wasn't his original name in Japan, but maybe they trying to line it up with the American shit. I have no fucking idea. As a Japanese person, probably, that knows, that's really into that sort of thing, But apparently, you know, that must be like some old people shit.
I gotta stop that.
From what I heard, so probably go over there and people are gonna be like, I'm crazy. Why you like this old ass shit? Just like if they came over here and they probably was talk about locking or some shit, you know, to some black kids in the hood, they'd probably be like, what? You know. God damn it. So, but yeah. So. Anyway, Godzilla, everybody. So the last, I think, was the last release they did from Japan was like what, 2015 or 16? If I'm not mistaken, was Shin Godzilla, which was done by the same director of Neon Genesis Evangelion. You can kind of feel that too. I'm not gonna lie, it was some eerie parts of Shin Godzilla as well. That's one thing I can say about these last couple Japanese Godzilla iterations.
This fight's going viral.
Which is funny to say because I mean it's their shit. But, you know, you got the legendary MonsterVerse now and all that, so you gotta kind of say it, you know. So I guess we could say Toho version, legendary version. So anyway, yeah, that shit is crazy. And like the last couple have really shown just the range of Godzilla, because there's different eras of them. So you got like I'm probably gonna say this wrong. The Heisei era, the Showa era. I can't think of the other names. I got this all fucked up. I should have looked this up. I remember Showa and the Heisei era, whatever. Then you like had like and I probably mixed these up, like the 80s to the 90s, which was like I think from like 84 to about 95 was a whole era of Godzilla. And a lot of shows in Japan and things like tokusatsu, which is like live action shows in Japan. Tokusatsu would be the equivalent of like Power Rangers. So like Power Rangers and Mask Rider and all that shit, they took the footage from the tokusatsu shows. So the reason why you got Power Ranger every year because they changed that shit, and they get American actors to do the other parts of the story they tell them, but like all the stuff with them in the suits is like Japanese footage. Well, most of it. Later on, they did film some American stuff in the suits, and you could tell the difference because the quality of the video usually changes. So, anyway, and they all go in that same era too. So you had like the 50s and 60s era and whatnot, you know, the 70s, then you got the 80s through the 90s. Then you got like the early alt Godzilla stuff, like in 2000, like maybe it started with Godzilla 2000, and then got some stuff in 2002. Some really good stuff though. One of my personal favorites was the from the 2000 era was the Godzilla against Mecha Godzilla. One of my favorites from that era. I don't know what I'm saying. I got like favorites from every era. But I just fucking love Godzilla. So I will watch the fuck out of some Godzilla. Like I remember the last original Godzilla I watched was what was that? Versus Ebirah, the sea monster. Cause I found out they had that shit on HBO Max. I was watching that shit at my ex house. She was like, "What the fuck? My shit." So, fast forward to now, we got Godzilla -1, which I went to go see that shit today, and I was like, I was happy. I was thoroughly ecstatic about this shit. What did I say? I enjoyed it. Let me talk like I normally talk. Well, I'm trying to say these other words. But that shit was fucking dope. Like, it was better than I was expecting, and you know, I can take Godzilla either way. I just love to see Godzilla and they hear the sound effects and shit. But and of course the soundtrack is always on point. This soundtrack was really on point. I really enjoyed that soundtrack. I got this soundtrack today, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I peeped it, man. The movie was really fucking good. Like, really good. I'm like, damn, why is this movie so good? And I wasn't prepared to feel that many things today. Like, seriously. I was like, man, I didn't want to feel all this shit today. Why y'all doing me like that? Like, it hits you right in the fucking feels, man.
You're just not very observant. Gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of Big Pharma, especially back alley Big Pharma.
Come on.
I'm losing him. Gotta catch up.
Fuck. Get off the wall, Spidey.
I'm losing him.
Yeah, Spidey, you jumped on the fucking wall, son. I know that's what you do. No more buildings. Bruh. We're gonna lose him for real this time. Bruh, get off the... most of these be me cursing this shit out. I hate it when that shit happens. Anyway, I ain't gonna yell too much because I don't want to be rude. Oh, but there's a landmark close, so that's good too. At this point, I'm just trying to finish up all the shit or whatever. Oh, damn. Okay, so. No, but that movie was way better than I was fucking expecting. And I was just like, yo. I mean, I wasn't even expecting it to be bad, but it's just like, shit, where are they going with it? I didn't know much about it. But, boy, did I love it.
Masked up piece.
Like I said, really feel some things, like, right off the rip.
Pigeon target acquired.
Like, it sets things up, I say, rather quickly as far as the characters you meet, and it's like you kind of like instantly jump on this connection that they put in there. And I was like, you know, at first I would have probably needed a little more from that, but just the way they set it up was like very good, and like the pacing I thought was really good of the movie, just like getting you invested in the characters very quickly, getting you the gist of it very quickly. And it's like, man, you kind of like don't really hate any of the characters. At least I feel like I didn't. I may have to watch it again, but it was like, damn, I don't hate any of these characters. I mean, like, you might be upset with one of them for various reasons, but when you think about certain shit, you just like, man, they wasn't gonna be able to do shit nowhere.
More of them?
But it's like a really cool redemption story. And just know a little bit about the history of, you know, the soldiers in Japan and how rough some of those cats had it. Because it was said that even some of the soldiers' wives, when they returned, was like, yo, why did you come back? Like, you shouldn't have come back. Y'all didn't win, you know? So that was kind of interesting to see. I don't think that part was in the movie, but I'm saying just knowing from history some of that stuff and correlating it. And you did kind of see something like that happen a little bit, but it talks about, you know, like I said, some of the kamikaze pilot stuff, and that's a big part of the story, which I don't really want to give away, so I'm not gonna spoil that. You should go see it. But it hits all the check marks of a Godzilla movie. Most Godzilla movies is like, you know, some type of family dynamic in the movie. Either a family trying to rebuild itself or rekindle its connection, or just a unlikely family coming together anyway, which I don't want to spoil. So
You were right about him all
yeah, I need to
along.
watch that. I need to watch
Jared,
it.
record that. I want it playing on a loop. A
So
loop.
yeah, these
You know what a loop
the
is.
the standard Godzilla tropes are there, which makes it a Godzilla movie. You check the pieces, but also which was cool was kind of the influences of Hollywood movies
Attention all units.
that were kind of there. It
Kidnapping
was like
reported.
That's a keeper.
Reported location
a hint of
near the
Jurassic
theater
Park,
district.
a hint of Jaws, like being played out, but in a tasteful way, and in a way that I thought was really dope. That they kind of made Godzilla a little more intimate with some of the characters. Usually it's like it's just okay, it's Godzilla.
On muffled sounds.
He's
The
far
kind
the
that
fuck
tied up a
away.
kidnap victim might make.
You know, he might blow some shit up or step on something, right? But in this one, like, he was getting up close and personal with some of his victims, man, which
Got
was
an
very
algorithm in the
interesting.
suit that can extrapolate where the kidnappers might have gone.
So definitely check it out. Thought it was pretty dope. And I like this new design of Godzilla. It's
Possible
fresh,
body
you know
heat
what I'm
signature
saying?
in
He looks
this
a lot
area.
meaner.
Hold on, I'll get you out.
Thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you. Oh no, they're back!
And it wasn't really no. How can I say? Ouch. Disable camera, please.
You're going down.
What was I gonna say? Like, I'm not gonna say Godzilla didn't have much of a personality in this one, but he really did have like some movies he has like a personality. In this one, it was like he was just straight like trying to tear shit up. He was on his straight force of nature shit. You know, wasn't no bullshitting, wasn't no playing around, no crazy dances, nothing like this. This was like the original Joker when he first showed up, straight business. And it was cool because there were certain callbacks to the original. If you ever seen the original 54 version, there was some cool callbacks to that as well. And just the heart. That's one thing I can say that the Japanese rarely ever miss with.
And thus concludes our sordid
When
tale
you
of
watch
kidnappers
some of this
and
shit,
their
you gonna
inevitable
feel
death.
something. There's always a lot of heart and earnestness in the movies that they produce or whatever media they produce or stories that they tell. You know, so it was cool. All right, picture here. Great pacing, great storytelling, awesome characters, and it does kind of resemble the original quite a bit,
All
if I could
units
say.
1034.
It's almost as
Assault
if it was like
reported.
a remake
Location is Cathedral.
or a redo. So now I'm anxious to see where they're gonna go next with this. You know, how they gonna incorporate the monsters. So of course I gotta see Mothra. You know what I'm saying? This Godzilla's boo. Even though they be scrapping, that's his boo. I gotta see Mothra. So we'll see what goes down with Mothra. How they gonna do that design? And I'm also like, so is this guy gonna be the same as the one in the legendary version, or is he a different guy? You know. And are these cats gonna meet, and is they gonna scrap? That's the other thing I want to know.
An assault. I better step in. Is this the mosh pit? Great.
But I guess maybe Japan said, hey, let's go ahead and do it over again because, you know, America's already turned this guy into a freaking a face, you know what I'm saying, fighting all these other monsters and shit. So we can tell a pretty serious story now. And I think that's probably what happened with that other one, Shin Godzilla. It was like, yo, America's already doing this monster
Live by the
verse
beatdown,
shit,
die by the beatdown.
you know. But I went to go see it in a ScreenX, which was kind of dope. Because like I had like 3 screens, one in the front and 2 on the sides. It's kind of like an immersive thing, which is dope. I keep saying dope a lot. I didn't stop saying it. But yeah, the Screen X version, so you know, kind of had that full experience. You definitely want to see this in the theater. Do not see this in the theater. One of my only gripes with the movie is like it had that kind of CGI where it's like you could tell it wasn't as polished as what you would see in like a Hollywood movie or whatever. Which, you know, everybody's been showing the comparison of the budget to like that in a Marvel movie, how basically I think Godzilla was only on a $15 million budget as opposed to Avengers, something like that, which was like a considerable amount, a lot more. So yeah, it's very interesting. But you can kind of see that though. And the point they're making is true. Like, you don't really need that much money to tell a story, and a good one at that, an effective one at that. But I thought it told a really good story. But I also like, I don't know if it would have been there at the time, but to show kind of growth and to think like, okay, maybe the government or the country or whatever did something the wrong way, right? To see them kind of criticize how things was back in those times and address it was kind of dope, actually. And it's like how the media should be used. And like, I'm gonna even go as far as to say, like, I think that's my thing about like seeing certain movies, and that's the thing about having your own film industry. You know, that's the power of that, because you can craft narratives for your people. You know what I mean? It's definitely propaganda, right? But the message was still pretty good, and I think anybody could learn from it, right?
I gotta stop that car.
Tied up the owner and stole his vehicle.
Well, yeah, we did do that.
So yeah, I was thoroughly taken with the message in the movie. But like I was saying,
More crooks?
the message
This
was really
fight's going
good.
viral.
It might seem like nationalism or whatever, or it may seem like revisionist history or whatever and stuff like that, which can be a little detrimental. But at the same time, sometimes, you know, you gotta craft your own narrative, you know what I mean? Because there's so many other narratives being spun about things coming from people that's not you, right? So the fact that they had to control their own media and stuff like that to do it is important, because then you can instill a sense of pride and duty. But it had this kind of this self-sufficiency thing, like not just like being for your country based on the government, but just because that's the place you gotta live, that's where your family is, and you want to ensure its future, so you're gonna do what it takes to do that. And that was a pretty
Nothing like a
good
high-speed
and
chase to
potent
keep him down his
message,
toes.
you know, but also about how it's important to. I'm not explaining this, but this shit probably boring as hell. I'm kind of sleepy too. So yeah, excuse me. This shit is kind of boring. I apologize, and probably should be doing this when I'm not playing the game, so I can really focus on it. But I say that to say.
No, there it goes.
I don't know what I want to say. I'm so
I hope nobody sees me doing this.
Training has been kicking my butt. Tomorrow's a run day, so I'm already kind of lamenting that.
Got away.
Hopefully the temperature is all right. Oh, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah, like I said, really good message about taking responsibility and kind of not running from your duties, and how important it is to just, no matter what the odds are, to face the challenge head on. Because
I hope nobody sees me doing this.
Things can go real bad if you just don't go ahead and do what you gotta do beforehand, or at the right time. So yeah, I like that concept. It reminded me of some things, you know. And then, but also not to beat yourself up about your mistakes, and to learn from them. And you know, when you have the opportunity to make things right, you do. And you say, all that from a movie about a giant dinosaur? Yes. Because the movies is never just about a dinosaur.
1072 mugging reported.
There's a
Needed
human
officer on the
element
scene.
to the whole
Incident
thing,
is
right?
active near Grand Central.
Which is when I would dare say, like, I would like to see my dad write a Godzilla movie. Just because, like, how he did his book, The Love of Dog Tales, and like how he took that same concept of something not human, but adding the human element into it. So I would love to see how he would write maybe a Fantastic Four or a Spider-Man comic or a Godzilla movie or something like that, or something like, you know what I mean? So I use that to plug for Love Dog Tales 2. Check that out. Amazon. If you haven't read part 1, go get that too. Get them both. Hell, they're both great reads. If you got time over the holiday to check them out, definitely check them out. I definitely recommend them. I'm still working on the second one, but I did read all of the first, which was sensational. And it's just like, it's cool because I can read them on the paper, even though I think it's much better, like for me, just, you know, because it's my dad, to hear his stories when he tell them. But I also like to read his words too, which is really interesting. Ah, sugar honey iced tea.
I wonder if King T'Challa got his powers from being bitten by a radioactive panther.
So all in all, great movie, great actors, great actresses. Even I thought the baby actress in the movie was really good too, really cute baby. And I was just like, wow, like it just was on point. It was an on point movie. I want to see it again because I feel like I'm not doing it justice enough.
Ooh, love that shot.
But yeah, like I said, love me some Godzilla. Love the soundtrack. Thought it was dope. Gonna continue listening to that bad boy. And I want to see it again. I want to see it in IMAX though. I think I might have to go do that. You know, one time for the one time. I would like to take a lady with me, but I don't feel like going through the trouble, man. And then besides having to explain this shit, you know, why are you so fucking nerdy? Because I am, bitch. You know, like what I like. Now leave me alone.
Kidnapping reported. Available officers report to Turtle Bay.
You can't deal with that. You can't deal with me.
I'll set my earpiece to focus on muffled voices.
But anyway, yeah. What the fuck? Spidey, get off that wall, son.
My suit's onboard AI can tell me the most likely area where the victim is.
Definitely not that way. Yeah, check it out. -1. I'm just trying to figure out
New
why
York's
they called
noisy,
it
but my
-1.
mask can zero in on muffled sounds. The kind
Like,
of
is it
tied up
supposed to
kidnap
be
victim might make.
before the beginning?
Sorry about that.
Or just instead of calling it Godzilla 0? I guess.
I'll tune my earpiece to listen for sounds of someone struggling.
Seems like it's over this way somewhere. 48. Blow the whistle. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Damn, fucking ain't that
Got
way.
an algorithm in the suit that can extrapolate where the kidnappers might have gone.
This way.
Possible body heat signature in this area.
Dee 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 dee.
Come on out. Stretch your legs. It was terrifying. Thank you.
Those are the guys! Get them!
Oh fuck. That motherfuckers is busted. Bro, Spider-Man, pick some shit up. Get out his way, 'cause all he gonna do is swing and hit. Ah, this guy's just so hard. Shot your own pimp. Oh no! Can't believe I lost. Yeah, Godzilla -1. Dope as hell. I give it a 10. You know the Godzilla -1. I loved it. I love Godzilla. And the one thing I was gonna say, love Godzilla because that motherfucker inspires me. No matter what happened, he gonna do what he gotta do until he can get back to that goddamn ocean and take his goddamn nap. You don't really be fucking with nobody like that. As far as shit fucking with him, it'd be an earthquake. Motherfuckers be testing missiles and shit while he trying to sleep, and he get mad. He don't be fucking with nobody, but folks always want to pull up on him. And I be feeling like Godzilla a lot. Everybody always want to team up on you. They want to be shooting you with these little ass, stupid ass guns, and they ain't even doing nothing and shit. Be thinking they doing something. Look what I'm doing to them.
Attention units.
Don't even
Response
really
to a
be doing
break-in.
shit.
Reported location is Kips Bay. Over.
But that's why I want to urge most people. I'm like, yo, you should be like that nigga Godzilla. Why? If
Nice
you don't fuck
composition,
with
if I do
nobody,
say so myself.
but you will finish some shit when people started up with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't mean no harm. You mind, guys will be minding his business. Then they pull up fucking with him. And then that's when he go in. And come on, man. We all Godzilla. You all be want to tear shit up and be yelling and shit sometimes when stuff be kind of going left. You know what I mean?
You guys don't look like
There ain't nothing
locksmiths.
wrong with that. What the fuck? The hell? Oh, they running. Spider-Man, that's off the fucking building, son.
Looks like I'm clear, but I gotta be more careful.
is that? Bro, they're gonna be gone by the time we get to that shit. Alright, let's see. I see him.
So much for getting all of them. Oh, sorry. Did I startle you?
Whatever. I had this whole thing I was gonna say earlier, but then I just kind of lost it. Y'all fucking lost it. Shit. You know, just mind our business, trying to chill, then folks want to pull up. But that's the thing, man. He don't never give up. He be getting his ass whooped, and he be like, "All right, that's what y'all got." Find another way. He adapt. Every time some shit happened to him, he adapting. You know what I'm saying? That's how we all supposed to be. We supposed to be adapting every time some shit go down. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that gun. All right, I'm adapt. You know what I'm saying? And
Nasty car right down there.
So I'm gonna shut up. None of this is not how I thought it was gonna turn out, and I'm kind of pissed. All right, out of the way, Gumbo.
Inside that car. They're pinned by debris.
All right. Bro, I hit him with the whip. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sleepy. Nobody wanted to hear that. Yep. So Godzilla -1, check it out. It's definitely the shit. Definitely worth it. Watch it in theaters. Try to go. And I know it's like, why the fuck I watch it in theater? I'm just gonna come streaming. But it's like, it's literally the way that you need to see this shit to get the like the size and the scope of this cat, man. You gotta see it there, cause that shit was dope. Just the cinematography, the shots, that camera angles, man, it was all really good. Like one of my favorite sequences was when Godzilla was chasing the ship in the first encounter. But then also, I don't want to spoil it, but there's another chase scene later in the movie that was also very captivating, and I thought was dope. Like, they could not have done this 20 years ago.
Howard's pigeon.
So,
come on.
Yeah, it showed the progression of like how far things have come with the special effects and what now you can do.
Sees me doing this.
And it's just like, when I'm telling you, like, you feeling shit throughout the whole movie, it's literally like, it's a few comic relief moments, but like, you literally feeling shit the whole damn movie. Like, it does not let up on you. It does not. Yeah, I hope that movie gets some kind of awards or something. Cause literally, like, I'm trying to think of what other movies I've seen so far besides Spider-Verse recently and Ninja Turtles. This is the last thing I've seen, which goes to show you what my movie tastes are basically like that of a 10-year-old, but that's neither here nor there. So, yeah, I think that that's probably going to be one of the best movies of the year to me. And I'm going to stand on that shit. If not, probably the best movie of the year. And believe you me, I fucking love, who was it, Into the Spider-Verse? No, Across the Spider-Verse, I think it was this one. And I think the next one is Beyond Spider-Verse, so... Nah, Godzilla, that shit, yeah. Yeah, son. I'm about to go see that shit again.
Hey, guys! You got prescriptions for this stuff?
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Good swing. Thought he was out. Okay.
Knocking the ever-loving stuffing out of dealers is my anti-drug. The police will take it from here.
Yep. I don't even know if I'm even doing anything that's like making any kind of difference right now. But yeah, definitely check out Godzilla -1. You gotta see that shit. I'm probably gonna go see it again. I'm trying to get what else is gonna come out soon.
Reported. Additional officers needed in Times Square. Over.
But I know Aquaman is coming out.
Pigeon.
But yeah, I probably can wait on that one. I ain't too jazzed or thrilled or in a hurry to see Aquaman, even though I do like
I hope nobody sees me doing
Jason
this. Today
Momoa's
I learned
Aquaman. I thought he was really
I'm
cool.
a terrible pigeon wrangler.
But I ain't in no hurry to see that shit. I just see my man Godzilla, man. Like shit. It's my fucking dude. I don't give a damn whether he a face, or a heel, or in between. I always love seeing me some Godzilla. So I be feeling like that's me all the time. Take my ass back to the ocean, leave me the fuck alone. Don't nobody fuck with me.
Backup requested. Converge on Grand Central. Over.
Kick everybody ass and then go home. Like that's why I think one of my favorite endings to that movie, well, a couple of my favorite endings was the one in Son of Godzilla, which was kind of sad. Like it's like after all that trouble, him and his son end up freezing on this island. And I just remember the end, he was holding son in the snow, and that is me and my dad's favorite ending to that one. And then the newer one, King of the Monsters, when he beat the shit out of Ghidorah, man. And then like all the monsters just come out of nowhere and show up, and like he on this hill, like yeah, I just beat the baddest motherfucker's ass, and they was like, yo, we gotta give you props. We can't even. You just gonna try to run the fade, but you did what we couldn't do. Yeah, we down with you. And everybody just came and gave him that respect. Then him and Khan ran to 5.
Witness report of an assault in progress.
He was giving their respect. Now they homies and shit.
You say hi to my kid?
It's now about to be the lethal weapon of monster movies. King Kong was like, Godzilla, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Is this the monster? Great!
Oh, yeah, I'm not finna. Oh, yeah. Get out the corner. Get out the corner. These big guys pissing me off. And this isn't discriminatory at all. They just fucking they do a lot of damage. And they be waiting. That's what they supposed to do. Fuck. Bruh. Why are you always hitting the wrong people, man? Get under her, get under her. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. These streams seem like better ideas, which I was like writing them down earlier. It's just like, damn, like everything that I wanted to say the way I wanted to say it, they come out the way I wanted to say it and shit, and kind of feeling a little bit awkward about this one. But it's alright, we making it through. Y'all don't need to hear that. It is what it is. I mean, if you fuck with what I'm saying, which you probably not, because ain't nobody going back and watch this shit no way. Which is okay. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it because I want to do my thing and talk shit. And, you know, maybe some alien's going to pick up the frequency later on and be like, man, that mean Tron shit was alright. Well, the $2 Holla, you know what I'm saying? We haven't done any of the formal shows like we used to back in the day. You know, shout out to Creeper DZ, Dr. Funk, the main squad of me, Tron. I was looking at a shout out. But yeah, you know, one day we will again. I don't know when that's gonna be, but watch for the sign. Till then, you know, y'all can catch me on the $2 Hollas. Be here doing a thing like a scholar.
Need backup for a chase in progress. Please respond.
And
officers in Murray Hill, stand by for further instructions.
Probably do one more little ass kick, and then put this thing to bed and myself as well, because tomorrow, another day of training, it never ends. Damn, that was almost cool until he fucked it up, son. Almost cool, Spider.
Well, at least you're not Texas. It's raining men.
Training. It's like a kind of a non-stop thing. Doing some type of training every day, but I'm getting better than ever, better than I was. So I can't complain. It hurts. You know, to be consistent, it's not fun like, all the time. But it's better than like sitting in one place, being stagnant, and being depressed. I would much rather not be doing that, and I was doing that for a while. So I'm grateful to be back, kind of fired up and ready to experience some new growth. So I ain't gonna sit here and complain about that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not good. Because I could not even be able to function to do none of this shit. So yeah, I gotta be grateful about that.
Gotta give that wheelman props. Manhattan rush hour is no joke.
Stretching is very painful every day, but you gotta do it. So I encourage you know if there's anything you gotta do, you do that. Be consistent and just make it happen each day. You be better each day. You know, keep trying. Don't give up. Be like Godzilla. When shit get rough, the motherfucker just adapt and do what he gotta do. Don't bother nobody. Stay in your ocean, stay in your lane. And if somebody starts some shit up, then you make sure it's finished. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be bad, you don't have to be good. Just be a force of nature. You know what I'm saying? It's you whatever you need to be, because you need to be balanced. You need some of everything, and that's what I think is good about, you know, kind of look at that character. It's like it's whatever you need it to be, because every situation calls for something different. You know, sometimes you got to be the bad guy to somebody. Sometimes you get to be nice. Sometimes you gotta be fucking indifferent and just keep pushing. Oh, I know these motherfuckers shooting these tanks at me, but that shit don't really hurt, so I'm just gonna go back to the ocean. I ain't gonna let it fuck with me like that. I'm going back. I'm going back home. Fuck y'all. It's like flies to me. Right? And that's the beauty of Godzilla. Anyway. That being said, it's your main man Spi-Rok, aka Rick Chan. Fungal flavor for you, but stand. Still you thrill them, may not have heard, but now you're gonna feel them. You wanna fucking try and tell you, couldn't tell your moms. So I technique, and with the first geeks. On the core, yours, bringing fungal flavor to you and yours, FYP, TYP, coast to coast. Galaxy to galaxy, sea to sea. And we out. Peace.